My name is Liz Squyres. I've owned B2B Casuals since 2001, and we started making saddle towels for horses because I had gotten one for one of my horses and it was extremely crooked. And I thought, I can do better than that. One of our first customers was Keeneland, which is a huge racetrack in Lexington, Kentucky. And the next one I had was Del Mar, and by this time I'm getting just a little bit excited about maybe we'll get more customers because we didn't really know if we were going to make it or not. So as time went on and we got a few more customers, we finally got kicked out of my husband's building and we had to find our own, and so we moved across the street. And that's when we were honored with the contract with Breeders' Cup. We didn't have anything to do with Churchill Downs or any of the big tracks at the time. I had a horse that was supposed to run, so I went up to Kentucky, and as it turned out, that race didn't fill. But I knew I was going to Lexington, so I took samples of our product, and I was just going to drop it off at the Breeders' Cup office, just let them know that we were out there. To my surprise, and I was not ready for this cold call, the gal at the front desk called up to Dora Delgado, who was in charge of everything that happens at Breeders' Cup. And she said, "Oh, she'll see you. Just go up to the 5th floor." And at that point, my heart sunk because I thought, I don't know what I'm going to tell her. But I have these samples, so I walked in and she said, "Oh, you're the first person that's responded to my letter for a quote." And I said, "Oh, well, we have to back up because I didn't get your letter. I don't think I'm on your list." So that was in April, and we started making Breeders' Cup towels in July of that year for November races. So that was really the beginning, and that once we got that domino going, a lot of things fell into place. Every time we see the camera, when the horses in the Derby are walking by with those beautiful saddle towels, my daughter, I always tell her, "Look at those towels." She said, "You say that every year." I said, "I know, they're good every year." A lot of times I would have to call the bank. I mean, we had such a great relationship with C&B. From the time that we bought the farm in East Texas to today, I wouldn't ever change banks. Nobody could ever talk to me about changing banks. That's the great thing about Dean. You become a friend. Not used to doing that with bankers. It's an amazing relationship that they have built with their customers. I'm sure we are not the only one, and I think that they maintain their customers. I think they work very hard, just like we do, to maintain ours.